It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity, and this is day one groundbreaking on a little succulent jewel box undersea, very, very highly design specific installation in La Jolla, California. I wanted you to see the before because I don't always get to do that. A lot of times our clients, gardeners, do the demo before we get on site, so you don't really get to see what was here before. Now you can see that this stuff, it's not in bad condition. We've got India hawthorn over here, agapanthus over here, but the clients are just over it. You know, it's very dated and it's not really very inspiring, so thus the succulents. We are going to be doing a beautiful succulent, or not succulent, but we're doing a water feature. We're doing a fountain here in this corner. That's a drain I just stepped on. So there'll be a beautiful fountain here, and then down here in the back we are going to stage some cactus, barrel cactus, and other small like mammillarias, and just a kind of low profile xeriscape. Obviously this isn't an area that gets much traction, but you can see out the windows, and therefore we are going to be doing some gutters to really capitalize on the vantage points from inside. It's a kind of a tricky space, but they'll hand water the gutters, and of course the cacti won't need any irrigation at all. So step one is demo. Step two is cutting and capping unnecessary irrigation. Step three will be bringing in soil and staging our small boulders, and then doing our basic foundation plantings, and then coming in with all the special small stuff. So this is going to be a really interesting one. I think you're going to enjoy it. It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity, and it's day two of our 4-day in La Jolla on our beautiful coral reef installation. And we, yesterday wasn't very sexy. We removed all of the existing landscape, and we worked really, really hard on digging up as many of the roots as we possibly could. We cleaned up all of the old cinder rock and weeds and old weed fabric that was in this back area here. We got the basin dug for the fountain and moved, just the great migration of moving all of that. We had to move the boulders and the bagged soil twice because we're so landlocked here. It's a really small footprint out front, and we had to get everything back before we left. The HOA would not allow it to stay out front. So yeah, it was just a lot of schlepping around, but now we can start to get into the meat and potatoes of this installation. What you have before you is a small water-wise run for our standard 5-gallon plants, just kind of the usual suspects, and then an oasis run where I got more of the small, interesting plant material. Some of this plant material is earmarked for the gutters, some for the coral reef, and I know this looks like a lot of plants, but we will be making another giant oasis run because the gutters are going to be there's going to be 24 total feet of gutter, which is a lot. 6 foot, 4 6-footers staged along the wall, which are going to take a tremendous amount of plant material. So right now we have Kevin and Nate, and they are going to get started on weed fabric in that back section. And I have kind of a love-hate relationship with weed fabric, but in certain presentations it's really important. Like back there, it's not going to be heavily planted at all. We will stage a couple of interesting low-profile cactus back there. This is where the gutters are going to be hung, and we're going to be running flagstone all the way through. And most likely do a top dressing of chamois beige. Just really cool and really low profile back there. But you know, it's a lot of work. This all back here has to be leveled. So that's just a whole project. So they'll be on that for the foreseeable future. Greg is going to be fixing broken irrigation pipe here and working on the fountain and figuring out which rock goes where, and collaborating with the clients on placement of the rocks for the fountain. And Hannah and I are going to get back to pulling together the coral reef. We got a very, very, very small start yesterday. A little hack for you. We couldn't find any decent 1 gallon Petalanthus macrocarpus, which is this plant here. So Hannah bought a 15 gallon and we're just breaking it up and using clumps of it. Because I love this and I think it's very undersea. And the macrocarpa, unlike the Bracteus, is a little more diminutive. It doesn't grow as fast. It has a smaller leaf, it's just a lower profile plant. So this is really, really easy to maintain and to keep small by judicious lacing over time. And you're going to see probably 3 to 5 presentations of that in this little garden before we're done. So the secret with this coral reef is to create a lot of elevation. And that is very, very challenging in this narrow space. This is only 2 feet wide, and we don't want dirt pressed against the house. So through retention and careful staging of our boulders and rubble, we'll be able to go up as high as we possibly can without impacting the stucco. We also obviously don't want to go so high that we have runoff onto the sidewalk. So yes, sometimes these smaller installations are a lot more challenging than the bigger ones for different reasons, but I'm here for them all. It's the end of day 2 and much progress has been wrought, right? So I knew once we got, all of the demo done and started working in soil and boulders that it would really start to come together, and it did. So I, with the help of Hannah, completed this heavier section on the right-hand side. It's done. All that's left to do now is run the irrigation, which will happen tomorrow in the morning. A lot of micro lines will go in through here. We're also going to be doing lights in here. Then, once all those lines are buried, I can come in with my rock, my fiberglass, creva, pebbles, shells, all the accoutrements that I want to pull in. Over here, this area, so we had a fairly 2.5 foot section here, and then it just basically moves into just a 1 foot border the rest of the way down. And I'm still not sure what I'm doing in there, in that 1 foot border exactly. I'm going to mess around. Right now, I'm thinking I might want to do some little groupings of plants, asymmetrically staged. I'm not sure. So you'll have to come back for that one. Over here, we've got Greg working on the fountain, getting it staged to the client's satisfaction in terms of the positioning of the rocks. Can you move so that the people can see? Yet the people can see. Yeah, so people can see. So Greg is just in the process of getting it dialed in now in terms of what are you doing? What are you doing now?
I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm leveling.
Leveling. Then the guys are laying out all the flagstone, and then we'll work on leveling that as well. So the flagstone path will come up to this step, and then we'll have a big planting area here where this wheelbarrow is. And around the fountain, I'm thinking just polished pebble and rock. I'm not thinking plants around the fountain. But I don't know, maybe we'll change our tune about that tomorrow. So, all this happens in real time. I'm not there yet, so I don't worry about it. As long as I've got plants, I've got possibilities. So, be sure and stay tuned for a very exciting day 3 tomorrow. And thanks so much for subscribing, for liking the video, and for sharing these with your garden loving friends. Bye, guys.